Howdy, Immortalium here. Well, today I have a very, very big haul. This, to be specific. Basically, while I got a lot of manga for myself earlier, you can check it out, it's my last manga haul. I was running low on anime DVDs, so I thought I'd stock up on it. But before we open up the Amazon box, I thought I'd just run through the manga that I got since the manga haul. There is a reason for each one of these. I know I have not reviewed any manga since then, I don't think. One of the reasons for that is because I was reading a Game of Thrones book, and of course I just started it, and it takes a hell of a long time to read a Game of Thrones book. But I finished it. I'm reading Utsubora now, and I am enjoying it, just in case anyone's, on the edge wondering whether or not they should get it. I've only read like 4 chapters I think so far, but I'm enjoying it, so definitely recommended. But I'll do a complete review some other time. But first of all, let me just run through the manga that I got since last time. So this one I actually forgot about. I got the hardcover of Uzumaki. Yeah, I forgot it. And then I realized last time that I had a copyright strike, so I couldn't go over 15 minutes. So I decided to leave it out then. So I got this. Just so I forgot. I know I forgot about it. I'm sorry, but I do have this, and it looks epic. It's hardcover. It has the color pages. It has the entire series in it, and the art looks fantastic. So I'm really looking forward to it. After that, we have the second omnibus of Negima, which is, of course, a fat one. That would be volumes 4 to 6. My experience with Negima as a franchise, I've not seen the first season. I've seen the second season, which is actually a reimagination of the series. I enjoyed it. It wasn't brilliant, but I enjoyed it. So I bought the first omnibus and read it and enjoyed it. The thing to say about Negima is it is not high art or anything. It's not amazing, but damn is it fun. So, I know there's a lot of people who don't like Negima, but frankly, I don't give a damn. If I enjoy Negima, I'm gonna read Negima, okay? After that, these ones I got because basically the publisher who publishes these ones, the reprints, don't really come. So once they've sold out the first lot, it's gone. So that would be the 2 Triton of the Sea omnibuses. Basically 2 volumes in one each one. This was funded by Kickstarter, and it was a manga published, I think, was it 66 to 69 by Osamu Tezuka. Interesting thing is that it was published in a newspaper, and what Tezuka actually did was he actually did 1 manga page per day. So you buy your newspaper, you open it up, there's a page of Triton, and then the next day you get the next page, and so on. Which I think is a pretty clever way of serializing manga. I think they used to do that a lot more. Now they have the devoted manga magazines, so I guess they don't need it. But it sounds like a cool idea. This I got because it completes the series, so far at least. And, I love the series. I haven't read the other books, so now I have 3 books in this to read, but, I love it anyway. The Surprise of Haruhi Suzumiya. Now, the thing to take note of this is that originally in Japanese it was released in 2 books. So there was The Surprise of Haruhi Suzumiya Volume 1 and The Surprise of Haruhi Suzumiya Volume 2. This is The Surprise of Haruhi Suzumiya all in one big fat book. So, and quite literally with that, I am up to date even with Japan. He hasn't published another Haruhi novel. He's still gonna at some time, but he's taking his time at it. But I'm happy to be up to date on it now. And the final one I only got this weekend because my friend went to Urticon, which I didn't go to, which is an Irish anime convention thing. And because I always buy stuff for her from cons, as a souvenir, she bought me something. So Zero's Familiar, Omnibus 1. So that's cool, and it looks good. It has color pages at the beginning and all that jazz. And I think there'll be only 2 omnibuses to complete it. So that's all the manga I got. Let's move on to the package. Ooh. Okay. So, knife. Let's see. Hang on a second, I don't want to damage my goods. see. Now, just to tell you, while I'm doing this, this isn't all anime. Most of it is anime, but there's at least a couple of things that isn't anime. So, you know, it's not like every single item here is anime. Okay. There we go. Lots of everything. Okay. Awesome. Okay. So where to even begin? Well, I guess the first one to begin with is this. I bought the Blu-ray of Akira. Now, the reason I bought the Blu-ray for Akira is I've watched the Akira movie, but only in the English dub, and the copy I had only had the English dub. Not only that, but it had a kind of a horribly blurry kind of video quality, so I'm looking forward to seeing Akira in high definition with the hypersonic, you know, audio, and in Japanese, so that the lip sync will actually connect and all that jazz. So I'm looking forward to that. I'll open up quick, but I doubt there's anything here that I can show you that hasn't been shown to you before. The one thing I might want to just mention, now that I have this, is that Funimation just released this recently in America. But this is actually based on an earlier release of Akira in America, so I don't think it has any extras at all. I think it's just, no, it has one extra, trailers, but that's hardly anything. So it's just a movie, but I guess, you know, that's good in a sense because it allows you to get all the quality. And then we have our advertisement, which I might just read over in a while. But yeah, it's literally the Blu-ray, which, you know, is very plain. Nice shot of Neo Tokyo in the background. I might just show you. Well, the explosion of Neo Tokyo. There we go. So it looks good, and I'm looking forward to seeing this movie again and having a far better version of it in my collection. Because while it wasn't as amazing, I thought, as everyone made it out to be, it is a pretty damn amazing movie. Even, like, the story itself, a little weird, and I'm sure the manga improves a lot, but wow, the animation. So, Blu-ray, definitely. Afterwards, let's stick with the Katsuhiro Otomo route for the moment. It will go with Freedom. Now, this is one that I've been looking forward to for a good long while. I've seen trailers for it. The animation looks really nice. I think it's, yeah, it's in 3D, so, you know, like CGI, so it's like three-dimensional characters. Not sure if you'll be able to see too well what I mean, but you can at least take a look there. And it's based on a story, and is it a story probably Katsuhiro Otomo? Or is it just the... No, Katsuhiro Otomo was the character designer as well as the mechanic designer. Yeah, planning the original story was Satoshi Takamatsu. Animation was by Sunrise, so that's great. The weird thing is this anime was made to promote noodles. So, basically, if you watch this anime, from what I've heard at least, I haven't actually seen this anime, it's... The characters are all eating the same brand of noodles all the time, and the camera shots are like, you know, showing the brand of the noodles like in your face constantly. Many people have said that, you know, like, it's still a great series. You know, it's really thought-provoking. It has epic themes and, you know, everything, but it is promoting noodles. That is the way to look at it. Okay, yeah, this is just a slipcover. Feels heavy, this box. Oh, one sec. Oh. Yeah, I think I read about these, but I forgot about it. Yeah, we have postcards, which, you know, we usually find only... I think this is a collector's edition, is it? Yeah, it's a collector's edition. But as far as I can tell, it's the only edition of Freedom, besides maybe a DVD version. Was there a DVD copy of it only? I don't know. But there's no way to get on Blu-ray, I can guarantee that, without getting the collector's edition. So we have some postcards here. I have not seen the anime, so I don't know what the hell these locations are, but they look very nice, alright. I do know it's set on the moon, so this next one makes sense. And for some reason that makes me think of Mars. But I don't think it's set on Mars. I might be wrong, but... And it's an OVA series, so there's only like 7 episodes, I think, but each one's quite long. Maybe like 35 minutes or something. And it was cheap enough that I finally decided to buy it. So I am looking forward to that, and it'll be a quick watch. And they spelled the 7 differently to the rest. Like in the episode listing, they give 7 a word, and they give the other ones numbers. So I wonder, is episode 7 quite different or something? It's an OVA, so they were released like individually. Afterwards, I think that's all the Katsuhiro Otomo that I got. So the next logical thing would be to bring all these out. One sec. This is the other one, and then finally, where is the final one? Oh, here it is. I just thought I would show you. Oh crap. Oh, one sec. I hear a loose disc. Solve that quick. Just to tell you, I've seen almost everything last time, and there were some loose discs in the last anime haul, and you know, nothing seemed to be damaged, so that was good. So I'm not too freaked out, but God, I hope it isn't that damaged. It looks okay, the DVD, so I'll just slot this back in. So anyway, what I ended up getting was Slayer's Try, Slayer's Revolution, and Slayer's Revolution R. So I'm not sure if I gave the order correct. No, I think I got the order because the second one says the Magical Mayhem continues. So just to tell you, Try was actually part of the original trilogy of seasons, you could say, except that it's not based on the novels at all. So this is completely original story, you know, nothing adapted from the novels. So I'm not sure, like, in general it seems to be well received, so, you know, I have no issue. They say it's not as good as Next, which I enjoyed a lot, but then again, the first one was based on the novels, and I wasn't too keen on that. I appreciated it, I thought it was decent, but I wasn't too keen on it. These ones here, which I'll be opening now, basically, as far as I can tell, the main story is original, but the subplots in it apparently are actually based on stories from the novels, which sounds kind of odd. So, and it's also like really new. They got most of the cast back, you know, most of the English cast back, which is fantastic, and also the animation looks a lot cleaner. So, yeah, all you have to do is just take a look at the background there. And you can see that Lena Inverse never looked so clean before. So, I am also looking forward to these. And with that, well, not with this one, to be specific, with this one, I have all of Slayer's now, at least all of Slayer's in anime form. So, that's good. Holy crap, one sec, there we go. So, I don't know if they'll ever make another Slayer series. Personally, I'd be surprised if they did, because as far as I could tell, the new lot of Slayers didn't sell that well. Then again, maybe they were relying mainly on merchandise, so who knows. Maybe they will someday. Let me just, maybe I can show you one of the background. Nah, I won't bother showing you the background because it's a bit wedged in. Okay. After that, I guess the next pair to go with is these two. Okay. So I got both seasons of Black Lagoon. Now, I actually mentioned these in... What was it that I mentioned them in? Good God, I can't even remember now. I mentioned them in some previous video. Oh, actually I remember now, it was my piracy video, which actually, I want to thank everyone for watching that and giving it its support and all that. I was kind of worried when I made that video that people wouldn't respond too positively to it, considering the amount of piracy that goes on online. But it got a very positive reception. I was very pleased with the results. I'm not sure if it'll make any difference at all in the future, but it feels good to at least, you know, have tried to achieve something. So basically what I just mentioned in that video was that these, when they first came out, this was like, how much was it, £28 or something, which I was unwilling to spend since it doesn't have much extras, if any, I don't think. I don't see any mention of extras. And it was, it's only 12 episodes, I think. So, I decided to wait. I waited for, how long was it? It was about a year and a half nearly, and it reduced by £9, so down to £19. I was like, yeah, I'll take that, because definitely this is a series that you want to watch in Blu-ray. It's supposed to be amazing looking. There's no background art to the cover, you know, so like there's no art inside, which is a bit disappointing. And but the books not the books, what am I saying? The discs themselves look like the books. I've seen the cover to the books, and the font and the numbering and all that reminds me heavily of it. And yeah, the second one doesn't have any extras either, which is a shame, but what can you do? If anyone's going to ask me if I'm going to buy Roberta's Blood Trail, for one, because of the fact that I think Roberta's Blood Trail is actually shorter than these two series, I think I'll wait for the price to drop a little. That, and I need to make sure that I actually enjoy the series. I have nearly no doubt that I'll actually like this series because it looks awesome, it sounds awesome, and people generally say it's awesome. So I'm really looking forward to it. And second, the discs themselves look basically like same as the first, and no background art. So I'm glad to have gotten that. I'm really looking forward to it. After that, let's see what we can pair up next. Well, this is the next ones. I have gotten collection 3 and 4 of One Piece. Now, if I'm correct, and yep, that looks right. Collection 4, I think, goes beyond where I stopped in the manga. Basically, if you, yeah, I don't think I've gotten anything since I did my Otaku collection video last year. Well, not last year, I was saying, like 9 months ago now, is it, or something? But I had 15 volumes of One Piece, and I still only have 15 volumes of One Piece. The problem with One Piece, for me at least, like, okay, I don't want anyone, you know, freaking out at me simply because, oh, he said it's a problem with One Piece, you know, that he must be evil then. No, the problem I have with One Piece these days is that everyone online goes so much on about it. They're like, oh my god, it's amazing, oh, it's like best anime series ever, or best manga series ever. And I've given it a fair bit of chance, and I'm still going with it, you know, I still enjoy it. With the manga volumes, I read 15 volumes. I've watched the 2 collections, but I just don't find it as amazing as other people make it out to be. Now, I know that I haven't gotten too far into it, but you know, if I've gotten in that far and I still don't find it amazing, then you know, it's a bit hard. Like, I can say I tried. I'm still going to continue on the anime because I'm enjoying it, so I may as well, right? But it does, you know, I don't think I can enjoy One Piece like I did before. What with all the, could you call it hype? If you've already started it? I don't know. I don't think I've ever actually experienced that before with anything else, where I started something and then got told it was completely awesome, and then, you know, that made the series seem a bit weaker. I don't know. So as I said before, I haven't actually gotten too far into One Piece, so, you know, for all I know, if I continue on with the anime, I could be, like, fall in love with it. I could go, oh my god, this beats Naruto and Hunter x Hunter and whatever, you know, hands down. But, you know, I just have that skepticism. I guess it can always change. But anyway, the point is, as far as, yeah, okay, I know of this character, even though I haven't encountered him in the manga, Ace. So definitely, this goes beyond what I've read in the manga. So I am glad of that, because as fun as One Piece and all is, I was kind of waiting for it to get beyond the manga, you know. After that, we have... Okay, I'm not sure if there's anything else that I can pair up now. Nope. Okay, so I'll just pull out this one. Collection 2, Fairy Tail. Now, I did a review of Collection 1 of Fairy Tail, and my general gist of Fairy Tail was that I enjoyed it, but I didn't absolutely love it. So, again, like, they've just begun releasing, like, Part 5 and all that. I won't be buying Part 5. I don't think it's worth that much money. I'll be waiting for the collection box sets again. And in case anyone points it out to me, because I think several people pointed out to me in my Fairy Tail review video. I'm not sure if they did, but I'm fairly sure they did. I am not buying the Blu-rays again. The reason for that is while Fairy Tail looks nice, I don't think it's Blu-ray nice, and also it's quite pricey, at least at the moment. So I'm not going to be buying it on Blu-ray. I'll stick with the DVD releases and enjoy it on that format. So, yeah, you have Urza there, all scantily clad. You have Lucy. Yeah, okay, so I am enjoying Fairy Tail, I will say that. But again, kind of like One Piece, people freak out too much about it, and that kind of takes away some of my enjoyment of it. Which actually making me think, maybe, like, I don't want to overrate stuff on this channel. So if I really love something like, say, Puella or Code Geass or Death Note or something, I don't want to, like, take away some of that amazement that other people would view it with. So I don't know. All I can say is what my opinion is. And that's what everyone else does as well when they're talking about how awesome Fairy Tail is or how awesome One Piece is. They're just giving their opinion. It just kind of... It just takes away some of that love and that enjoyment that I get with those shows. Just because there's no way in hell that they're as good as... Well, maybe One Piece is, but I haven't gotten far enough yet. Anyway, let's not talk about One Piece. I've done enough bashing on One Piece. After that, the next one will be a season 2 of The World God Only Knows. Now, The World God Only Knows, I've seen the first season, and I enjoyed it, but I had issues with it. People have said to me that as the series progresses, like season 2, rectifies some of the problems I had with season 1, and by season 3, which has yet to be released in English, I think even in America, it's practically all issues I had with it are removed. So I'm gonna trust their opinions. Like, also, like, I just enjoyed the first season as well. I mean, it was funny, it was smart. As I said, I had some issue with the drama and some issue with the plot devices and explaining stuff and all that. But besides that, it was a really enjoyable series. Now, I probably would have bought season 2 even without them recommending it. But yeah, hopefully it will rectify the issues that I had. Okay. Yeah, we have some nice background art. Wow. Busty teacher, I think. Over there. That is a teacher, isn't it? Makes me think of a teacher. For all I know, it could be wrong. Maybe it's another student. But it just makes me think of a teacher. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that as well. Basically, actually, I should stop saying that. If I've bought it, I'm looking forward to it. Okay? So, if I say I'm looking forward to it, that's just me, you know, chatting or whatever. I am looking forward to everything in this box set. I mean, in this box. Let's see. Since we're going on with continuing series, I bought the box set 14 of Naruto Shippuden. Now, several things to say about Naruto, first of all. Naruto's been getting a lot of bashing as of late, and that's been kind of annoying me. But my problem is I can't rebut it, or whatever, because of the fact that I'm not up to the point where they're at. You see, I follow the English anime release. I have how many volumes of the manga? Actually, I have more than 13, but if I went to a straight run, I have 13. I have several other volumes, used ones that, you know, are kind of out of order. But I've read straight up to 13, so that's how far I'm in the manga. And then I have like a couple of other volumes. The anime, I just prefer the English dub. I'm sorry, I started out with the English dub, and I enjoy the English dub, and it seems weird to me, like the other characters, all the characters speaking in Japanese. So I watch the English dub. Sorry about that, but I basically, as far as I can tell, Naruto is fantastic. But as I said before, I'm not up to date, and for all I know, it could become a big steaming pile of manure in a while. The other thing to say about this box set is that this features the Pain battle, which, as far as I can tell, is very controversial. Not necessarily because of anything that happens in the Pain battle, but because of how it's animated. apparently, like, I've seen some of the animation for it, not all of it. I haven't actually spoiled myself on it because I really try to avoid spoilers. I know what happens. I've played Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 2, which is the game that, you know, adapts that battle and that story. So I know what happens, but I haven't actually seen the battle yet, so I'm looking forward to that. And from what I can see, the animation, I actually think it looks pretty good. It's really different though, so I can understand why people don't like it. It's really embracing the cartooniness of anime, I guess you can say. There's one scene in particular that I remember seeing where like Pain is like standing there and like Naruto's, you know, Nine-Tails fox hands are like battering him into the ground like a peg into a stone thing, and he's it's almost like a Looney Tunes sketch. But I thought that was funny and I thought it was cool looking, so I understand that people might freak out about it. But you know, I think that it looks like it has a lot of potential, and I'm really looking forward to that fight. The other thing as well is to point out is that the second half of this, is it? It looks like it's most of the second half. Maybe not quite the second half, but a lot of the end, all of the end actually, is a filler arc. I think the filler arc gets completed with the next box set, so I'm not freaking out too much about that, which is actually out now, but I made this order actually a long time ago because of one particular item in this. So, you know, I wasn't able to order it in time. I will order it at some point. I love Naruto. But, you know, I haven't gotten the box set 16, I think it is. Is this 15? No. Box set 15. Sorry. That's 14. I need to order box set 15. I think I have 16 in my head because I was keeping an eye on when that's getting released. After that... Oh yeah, I'll skip that for the moment because it's not actually anime. It's anime influenced. Maybe you can guess what I mean by that. But it's not anime, so I'll skip that for the moment. Let's go with this one next. So I've also heard a lot about this series. I'll just show you it. Blood Sea. And as far as I can tell, it's a bit hard to tell with all the varying opinions online, is that people were really disappointed with the series when it came out because so much hype was built up for it. But the people who didn't build up that hype enjoyed it, I think. As far as I can tell, it gets generally positive reviews from like people who weren't the ones watching it the first time, you know? Like when people were reviewing for the Blu-ray release, it generally got positive reviews. So the animation was done by Production IG, the character designs done by Clamp. It seems like it could be a potentially awesome series. That, and I hear it's gory as hell. So I'm looking forward to it. Not too many extras in this one, although more than most of the other stuff I've been getting. Episode commentaries, original commercials, promotional videos, text songs, and trailers. So that's pretty good. We have a very awesome looking Saya, is that her name? This one here? I think that is her name. So I am looking forward to it. I hear that pretty much everyone agrees though that the movie The Last Dark is fairly poor. Even the people who enjoyed the TV series. So I don't know about that. Maybe what I'll do is, even if I enjoy the series, I might actually wait until the movie drops down in price and then get it. Just because I'd like to see what happens next, you know? If I enjoy it. For all I know, I could think it's as horrible as the other people who were, you know, watched it the first time. But I have decent expectations for it. Not too high, of course, but, you know, I'm looking forward to it. Speaking of expectation, this one I'm also looking forward to a lot. Most of the reviews I've seen on this, people have been, like, absolutely freaking out about how great it is. But there is a vocal minority that say that it's, you know, really bad. So I don't know. The one thing I can guarantee you is that this looks fantastic. So definitely a Blu-ray thing to get. And that is Lupin III, The Woman Called Fujiko Mine. Now, as I'm opening this, I may as well tell you my Lupin experience. My Lupin experience isn't big. But it is probably bigger than a lot of other anime fans. Basically, I've only seen 2 movies of Lupin. Of course, the all-important Castle of Cagliostro. It seems that even if you're not into Lupin, if you're an anime fan, you have to see Castle of Cagliostro. And in fairness, it's a damn good movie. Plus Hayao Miyazaki's very first movie, so that's another thing. I've also seen Secret of Mamo, which I thought was good, but not brilliant. So, As far as I can tell, the series is quite dark, and of course it features, you know, Fujiko Mine as the lead instead of Lupin, which I think is the first for the franchise. That, and it was directed by a female director, which I think, oh, that's cool. It was also, the art style was done by the guy who did Redline. It has this really distinctive look. So it looks really awesome. Let's see, extras, just a clean opening and closing set. Really? I thought there was commentary at some point. I don't know. I thought there was a commentary, I might be wrong. And you have the very distinctive looking, the peg things in Fujiko's face. I don't know. Just take a look. It looks really nice and has a really distinctive art style. So I'm quite looking forward to this. As many people pointed out, it's not quite the series that would be best to introduce Lupin to people, but I'm kind of familiar with Lupin. You know, I've seen the 2 movies. So, you know, I haven't seen any of the TV series because it hasn't gotten released over here. I'm hoping that someday they'll release the other movies. I'm hoping that they might release the TV series over here. I don't know if they'll ever do. The TV series is very long and, you know, just a good few movies. So if it doesn't sell, you know, what can they do? But at least that's another Lupin thing. And it seems very interesting, so I'm looking forward to that. After that, I'm gonna go with... Is that all the anime? Wow, I think that's all the anime. Okay, let's go on to some of the other stuff that I got. So first of all, the anime-inspired show that I was talking about, if you hadn't guessed, is the first box set of The Legend of Korra. And I watched The Legend of Korra as it was airing on Nickelodeon. Over here, Nick UK, so I didn't pirate it, if anyone thinks. I know so many people who pirated it, and I don't know why they waited so long to bring it over to UK. They didn't need to dub it or anything. Why didn't they just, you know, do the Game of Thrones thing, 1 day difference? But finally, it's out on DVD. I was hoping for a Blu-ray because it looks gorgeous, this series, but you know, DVD's fine. It actually has more extras than I thought. It's assuming that this is correct on the back. According to this, it has The Legend of Puppet Bender presents The Making of a Legend, The Untold Story Part 1. Which I have no clue what it is. I'm sorry. What is that? Is it is it a side story? Is it a making of? I don't know. I have no clue what that is. But the other thing is that it has 4 audio commentaries according to this, which I heard that there was only 2. So that's even better than I expected. So I'm very happy with that. And nothing wrong with watching it again. I really enjoyed it before. And also being able to hear about the behind the scenes of it. As well as whatever the hell The Legend of Puppet Bender presents is. Let's just see what it looks like. You have the epicness that is Korra. Right here. Lots of people have been also been gushing about the second season as well. Saying that it's fantastic. If I had a big criticism, I think everyone, pretty much everyone had this criticism about this season, is that it ended too early. They could have developed, yeah man, what's his name? Amon a bit more, and they could have like developed the other characters more and taken their time more with the story. But they, you know, whatever. That's what we got, and I'm glad for it because I really enjoyed it. Yeah. So I think this is the first 6 episodes, if I'm correct. Is it? Is it the whole thing? Wait, what? Wait. Oh my god, I think it's the whole thing. I was under the impression that this was just the first 6 episodes because I got it for £7. But this is the entire series, all 12 episodes, at least according to the box. I hope the box is right. I could be misled and I'll put in the first disc and find out it's only 3 episodes. But according to disc 1 contains, you know, the first 6 episodes. The second disc has all the other 6 episodes, has the audio commentaries. Wow, that's more than I expected. Wow. Okay, that surprised me. Not mind you guys. Okay, so anyone who wasn't expecting it to be like released in one box set, who was expecting it to be, you know, just one disc and they were going to wait for the box set. This is actually the complete series, one. So go get it. That's what I'll say about that. They could have marketed it way better, because I was under the impression I was just getting the first 6 episodes and 2 audio commentaries, but I got a lot more than that. After that, let us go with this one. Of course, I absolutely love this series, and I don't know why I waited so long, because I think this was actually released back in June, was it? I'm really annoyed that they've cancelled it again for the, like, what is it, the 3rd time? And they've also, they're taking way longer than in America or Australia to release the Blu-ray and DVDs over here. But I can wait. And that is Futurama, number 6. I watched number 5 and I thought it was really good. Like, I know people were saying it wasn't as good as the original series. And in fairness, that's kind of unfair. Like, people were thinking that they'll come back in and they'll be like as good as they were before. You know, which of course, like with any TV show, quite often they need some kind of build-up, which, you know, also applied to Futurama. So I really enjoyed the first 13 episodes, and I'm really looking forward to this. I think that they parody anime at one point in this, if I'm correct. The last episode, which, did I list them out here? No, they don't. Okay, I think the last episode is called Reincarnation, and Reincarnation has 3 different animation styles for each story, and the last story is anime, and they're supposed to do like a fantastic parody of anime. You know, they have you know, the way like Zoidberg's move, like dancing or whatever, but rather than have Zoidberg dance himself, it's like the camera's going all over him to make it look like he's dancing, which of course is such an anime thing. So it sounds really clever, and I just love Futurama overall. So I'm really looking forward to this. After that, let me just see. There's some other stuff, but I'll show you them in a moment, just because they're not actually mine. Okay, so to conclude off on the actual shows, is a pretty damn big show. This has nothing to do with anime, but I noticed that all the anime people were reviewing it when the final episode aired recently. So it is kind of related to anime in that regard. I hear it's like one of the best new shows that have been released. I've been waiting for... I was aware of the show for like 2 years ago, I think, but I decided I'd wait until the complete series box set, which got particularly annoying because people were gushing on about how brilliant it was as the final season was airing. You've probably guessed it. It is the complete series of Breaking Bad. So people just won't shut up about this series. People absolutely love the hell out of this series. I'm really looking forward to it. Again, I'm hoping that it's not a series that, you know, I'll have such high expectations for that it'll impact on my enjoyment of it. Which is, I guess, why it's kind of reduced my expectation of it in a sense, which is ironic, because my expectation for it reduces it, whatever. So, you guys probably want to see what the box set looks like, at least, since I'm sure most of you are Breaking Bad fans. To tell you, I've never seen a single episode of Breaking Bad. I've bought this simply because people love it so much. So we have the... how does this work? Because this box set looks a little odd. Okay, do you have the back, which you know, explains you know, that this is the complete thing. It has all the box sets pictured on the back. We have the front, which... how does this work? Okay, it's... I have to get these stickies off. I'll probably just cut this bit to where I finally get it off. Okay, so sorry about that. I've just been looking over this. It comes in a... I think this is cardboard, which is nice. So it opens up and we have all the box sets laid out in a... what kind of format? I think it's the... what they had originally in... Oh, I don't know about that. It's one of those, how can I even describe it? It's one of those cases where you have to actually drag the disc out, you see? Those always worry me like crap because I'm afraid of like wear and tear on the discs. So I don't know. I was hoping that they'd just go the extra mile, just, you know, have disc trays and everything. I'm assuming that's like, I'm just gonna check that it's like that with everything, is it? Yeah, okay. So that is a little disappointing. I really hated when they do that. But I got this a lot cheaper than I would have gotten otherwise if I had ordered the seasons individually. And I got the final season, which has only just been released. So that's great. Yeah. Okay. So that's Breaking Bad. I'll be really looking forward to that. As I said, people just won't shut up about it. So finally I'll be able to talk to people about it. And it's a nice box as well. It's a nice cardboard box. After that was all my shows. My shows, at least. In a moment I'll just show you someone else's. Also, I've been trying to get back into the whole gaming thing. I'm actually in the process of playing Dragon Quest VIII right now. If for anyone who's played Dragon Quest, I've just gotten up to the bit where I've had to face off against Dual Magus. I don't want to spoil it, so I'll just simply say I faced off against him in that temple with all the black clouds and everything. So I'm that far. Is it halfway through the game? I'm not sure. I'll do a review of it once I've got it done. But I want to play more video games. So for one, this is a game that people have also been, you know, gushing over. It's called Valkyria Chronicles. They made an anime and manga based on it, which I don't think has been translated into English. At first, apparently, from what I could hear, it didn't sell well, but people heard about how great it was, and with a price cut, it then started flying off the shelves. So that's good. It has this really kind of lovely anime-esque style. It's obviously 3D graphics. But the characters themselves are cel-shaded to look like anime characters. So I'm really looking forward to that. And plus, people have just said it's a damn good game. So I really want to give it a go. Dad and I have been playing way too much PS2 games recently. I want to, you know, use my PS3. And just to answer anyone who might wonder, I'm not planning to get a PS4 just yet. The only game that I'm really interested to come out on the PS4, at least that I've heard of, is Final Fantasy 15, and even then I'm kind of dreading it because they've turned the combat into kind of a Kingdom Hearts-esque kind of battle, you know, system where you're running around, you have a menu, you select your moves. It's different, and that kind of saddens me because I really liked the turn-based tactical combat of Final Fantasy, you know, like Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy IX. Final Fantasy XII was like a mixture, in that you were running around, you select your moves, but it was still turn-based, so I don't know. For all I know, it could be amazing, but that kind of makes me sad, just because you seem to see, it seems like all the JRPGs are changing to action ones now. Like, I mean, Dragon Quest did that with Dragon Quest IX, where you're literally running around fighting, I think, and yeah, so it just feels sad. But never mind that. And the other game that I got, which I have been waiting so long to play because so many people also absolutely love this, more recent, and made by the same people who made Persona, Catherine. From what I could... This isn't a JRPG, just to tell you. This is a kind of like a mixture between a social simulator and a puzzle game. Basically, there's two parts to the story, where basically you have your social aspect, where you're walking around, you're talking to people, you're making responses, you're changing relationships, etc., etc. And then you have your second aspect, where which is set, I think, when you fall asleep, where you have to climb up these towers and put puzzles together so that you can continue up and you mustn't die. It's supposed to be quite hard, so I think, if I'm correct, they made a super easy version, or maybe not super easy version. Did they make an easy version? Just give me one moment. They'll probably list that out here if they did make it. Yeah, they made it to activate an optional very easy mode. Hold the select button for. Yeah, so they made a very easy mode because so many people were complaining for the English release, because so many people in Japan were complaining that it was too tough. And if the Japanese say it's tough, it's tough. Because you know, yeah, I heard about this image as well. What was this? This one isn't too bad. It's kind of sexualized, but you know, whatever. It's tame, relatively tame. There is another cover in here that is quite sexual, which is the other Catherine. And I know that that cover was quite controversial in America. That's why I guess that they made it two different covers, and they had the more relatively safe one on the front. Just to tell you, this is a very sexual game. Not that you actually, you know, have a gameplay sex or anything. At least I hope not. Those games are never good anyway. Even God of War, you know, it was just like button mashing, I think. And also they have anime cutscenes as well, which looks really cool. So I'm really looking forward to it. And that's everything I got. Now I guess I'll show you the stuff that my sister got, just because I'll probably watch them as well. She mainly got French stuff, if I'm correct, or at least stuff to do with France. Yeah, so let's start off with, I've actually seen this movie, and I really liked this movie. It handles this subject a bit too weakly, in my opinion, but besides that, it's a great movie. It's called Untouchable, or Intouchable, or something like that, I don't know. I won't actually open it because she'll probably want to open it herself, but I've seen that movie, and it's a good movie, so I would recommend that. All these ones I have not yet seen. This one is called Spiral, which she's really looking forward to. I think it's like a French crime drama. I think so. It's supposed to be very gory as well. At least by BBC. It's something I'll consider. I think it's relatively short as well, so you know I can give that a go at some point. This is another movie. French movie called The Chorus. Wait a second, is that the same dude who was in Untouchable? That's the name of the actor. Gaumont François. No, that was the distributors. So who are the actors? Because that name seems very familiar to me. Jared Jung... No. Or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, seems like it could be good as well. And finally, this isn't actually a French film, but she got it because she absolutely loved it. I want to see it because of the fact that everyone seems to love it as well. My friend absolutely loved it. So, yeah, nothing else to say on that. It's called Les Miserables, the movie that got nominated for Best Picture. I'm looking forward to it, so because people have been saying it's great. You know, I have heard several people say that it's not as good as people make it out to be. Whatever, I'll still enjoy it anyway, I'd say. And that's everything in that box set. Holy crap, 50 minutes. Wow. If you hadn't guessed by this point, my copyright strike is gone now, so I can actually upload longer videos. And for anyone who's wondering what will happen to the Immortalities Events channel, it's still going to be up there. I'm still going to put events there, don't worry. I'm not going to abandon it just because my copyright strike's gone now. I've made that channel, and I'm going to, you know, update it whenever I can. But that's it. That's the entire haul. If you've stuck around for this long watching me unbox everything or talk about everything, then I say thank you. You know, that's awesome. So don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and bye-bye.